Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Daryl here. It's 10 a.m. bright and early here in Connecticut on the East Coast. I had to restart this video 3 times because I started laughing so hard. I swear to God. All right, let's talk about bamboo ballots. Yes, sir. In Maricopa County, in the Cyber Ninjas recount. Okay, I heard about this story about 8 hours ago, but I needed some time to digest it and how I was going to approach this without laughing. Okay, down below in the video description, you'll find a video. John Brakey, I believe his name is. He is an official involved with the Cyber Ninjas, and he talks about bamboo ballots. Supposedly, okay, this is the story. Supposedly, this is one of the theories on how Biden stole the election. All right. 40,000 ballots. Why 40,000? I have no idea. Came from China, from Asia. The ballots supposedly were made with bamboo. Now, some paper in China and Asia is made with bamboo fibers. Some isn't. What this proves, so I have no idea. So they're using these UV lights to look for watermarks. I'll get to that in a second. And they're supposedly using blue lights to look for bamboo. This is all, they've admitted this, okay? Now, John Brakey down below, he talks about this. Now, he says, you could see the tweet video down below. He says he himself doesn't believe this, but he's trying to ungaslight people. Okay. I don't know if ungaslight is in the dictionary. All right, let me try to make sense of that. I'm guessing here that that he doesn't believe. He says he doesn't believe in the bamboo paper theory. That he's trying to disprove it. That he's trying to push this theory aside. I assume now, because he can't possibly be saying that he believes that it was a fair election. So what he must be saying is that there's other conspiracy theories that he does believe. This one he doesn't, and he's trying to ungaslight Trump supporters so that they know the right conspiracy theory to believe in. Okay. All right. Like I said, okay, 40,000 supposedly bamboo ballots were flown in and dropped. I don't know where, and into Biden ballots. This story makes so. Okay, if you were going to cheat, if you were going to do anything illegal, you want the least amount of moving parts. Something I learned back in my using days. The simplest method is you're least likely to get caught. So that being said, why would you possibly go to China to make something that could easily be made in somebody's garage here? Why? Seriously, who thinks these up? All right, so John Brakey, like I said, he's trying to ungaslight people. This is a conspiracy theory that he's trying to debunk. And I guess he's trying to prove other theories. Okay. Now let's move on to the watermarks. Now this is interesting. The whole Cyber Ninjas group are from, now I got to be careful here. I can't say the group name. It's a letter of the alphabet. It's an anonymous letter of the alphabet. We all know what it is, right? Okay. Now, supposedly from this letter, this secret internet person, the letter, supposedly he said, watch the water. He told the Trump supporters, the followers of this theory, of this anonymous letter theory, watch the water, okay? So they believe there's a watermark, that Donald Trump put a watermark on the ballots because he knew that there was going to be fraudulent mail-in ballots. He told people that. So the federal government, Donald Trump, made up a whole batch. Now, see, that's the problem here, because the federal government doesn't make these ballots. Individual states and municipalities and counties make these ballots, all the ballots for the presidential election. They weren't federally made. Okay? So that kind of runs, the federal government does not make the ballots. All right. But anyway, this is their theory, though, that Donald Trump made all the mail-in ballots and watermarked them. So it could be proven later that when mail-in ballots that were found without a watermark were fraudulent, because Donald Trump marked all of the mail-in ballots. Now, see, I'm going to have links down below to these stories, and they're going to go through just the very basic elementary school level reasons of why this doesn't make the least bit of sense. Like I said, these ballots are made in the states. They hire printing companies. Connecticut hires a printing company. The municipalities, the states, hire individual printing companies. Okay, so Donald Trump would have had, the federal government or whoever did this, would have had to go and make up these ballots. They would have had to match them. They would have had to intercept the state ballots that the states were making for the presidential election, intercept them, then put in their special watermark ballots, and do this without being caught. Yeah. Okay, so this is one of the theories. I've also found, thankfully, I don't believe that taxpayer money is being used for this. I think it's all people the Stop the Steal people that are throwing in their good hard-earned cash to prove or disprove or ungaslight these stories. Okay, I want to talk a little bit more. Okay, Donald Trump, I pay attention. I seriously still, this whole thing is annoying me because it's 6 months out and people are still pushing this, and it's hurting our country. It's hurting our democracy with all these new pointless voter suppression laws made up now. So I pay attention to what Donald Trump says. Just recently, yesterday, he put out on his new social media platform, From the Desk of Donald Trump, which is basically just a blog because he's not being allowed back on Facebook or Twitter. All right, he talked about warmonger Liz Cheney, and he beat up Pence. And I pay attention to what he said. Because I want to see if there's, why do people believe this fraudulent stuff? And he said Pence is to blame because he didn't send the votes, the electoral votes, back to the state legislatures. I don't know what that exactly means. That wasn't his job. This was all certified in each individual state. It was then sent to DC, where Pence just basically ceremoniously looked over the whole thing. It wasn't, so Trump, what Trump is saying doesn't even make sense to you guys. It doesn't make sense. And Trump talks about all this new evidence. He always talks about evidence, but he shows none. And he has these half-baked conspiracies like this Pence thing that don't make sense. In another tweet somewhere, or I think it was on another social media platform, I saw a Trump supporter talking about the reasons he believes the election was stolen. Because I'm trying to figure out what makes you guys tick. And he says because Biden didn't come out of his basement, and he literally said this, and he didn't have big crowds. Going back to that theory again, because he was paying attention to what everybody was doing with the COVID virus and not having big crowds, being a good American, a good patriotic American, doing the right thing. That's one of their reasons. All right. Now, this is another reason. They bring up the vote count from Hillary Clinton in 2016. They bring up the vote count from Barack Obama in 2012, when was that election? 2008? 2012. Because the most people ever voted in 2016. And apparently Trump supporters and these people that believe the election was stolen, they believe it. They can't wrap their heads around the idea that so many people went out to vote. They use the excuse that I don't believe Joe Biden got 12 million more votes than Hillary Clinton in 2016. I don't believe Joe Biden got 10,000 more votes than Barack Obama back in 10,000 or in 2012 or whatever. See, here's the thing. So many people saw the nightmare that was the Trump presidency. So many people went out to make sure that he was taken out of office, and we had a huge turnout. That was a fact. We already knew that going into this, that there was going to be a record turnout of people, because there was the entire base that was hell-bent on getting Trump to, stay in there, preferably forever, according to them. And then there was the people that were scared by Jesus that was going to happen and wanted to make sure that it didn't. And a record number of people came out. And so Trump supporters are still using this whole reason that so many people turned out that they just can't wrap their heads around it. So therefore, it must be untrue. It must be fraud. This is the same reasoning that the flat earth people, once again, you sound like flat earthers. Because I don't see a curve when I look over a baseball field. I don't see the ground go down. When I look out at the ocean, I don't see a curve. So therefore, the earth is flat. I can't wrap my head around it. So therefore, the earth is flat. That's about what you guys sound like. All right. And by the way, these cyber ninjas are going to be getting kicked out of their Coliseum because there's going to be proms that are going to be held inside that Coliseum. So their time is ticking. So they better hurry up with their bamboo and watermark investigations. All right. You guys have a great Thursday. I'll be back later.